I also wanted to make note of what for many of us is a sad event, and that is this is the last board meeting for our Communications and Public Engagement Director, Diana Sun. And so Diana, who is an assistant county manager, is retiring before the next board meeting. And I wanted to take a moment to tell her how much we will miss her, even though she's here for 6 more weeks, and to thank her for 13 years of outstanding work on behalf of the government and the people of Arlington. So there's Diana. I'm going to make you stand up too this entire time. Come on, Diana, stand up. So, Diana came to the county in 2003 from Capital One, where she served as the Vice President of Corporate Communications. And she joined us, I'm told, when we had at best a rudimentary public information office structure. And she was brought in to professionalize and modernize the effort, and she succeeded brilliantly at the task. She built what I think is clearly one of the best communications teams of any jurisdiction in the Commonwealth and perhaps the United States. And we are regarded as leaders and innovators in so many areas. Now, under Diana's leadership, we have excellent relationships with local and regional media. Doesn't mean they say what we want them to say all the time, but we have excellent relationships. We are known for communicating quickly and being available 24/7. She's held our communications efforts to the highest ethical standards, there's my Boston accent coming out, and on openness and transparency. And she has enhanced our reputation as a national leader. Let me give you a few examples of what Diana has done, and these are just a few. She oversaw the building and the rebuilding of the county website. She led our county government's successful expansion into social media, long before many government agencies even thought about it. She turned our cable channel, Arlington TV, into an award-winning model of local government cable channel. And she handled crisis communications, and Lord knows we've had a lot of crises, from hurricanes to blizzards. She improved our employee communications efforts, redesigned the Citizen newspaper, instituted resident satisfaction surveys, and let us know where we are performing well and where we need to improve. She also established a strong network of communicators in each of the county departments. And last, but certainly not least, in her spare time, Diana tracked down the history of our county seal, trademarked it, and ensured it can be used properly forevermore. And along the way, she also found time to earn a master's degree in security studies from the Center for Homeland Defense and Security at the Naval Postgraduate School, where she won the Outstanding Thesis Award. And I think the subject of your thesis was communications in non-traditional or traditional ways that are now no longer, that have become non-traditional. In other words, talking to people, communicating during a blackout with your eyes closed.
She called it, because actually
she is good at communications.
She is.
She is really
I actually
good.
had her suggestion. She went and presented to the Emergency Preparedness Council for the Capital Region, and I think what you called it was high tech, low tech, and no tech. Just
so
helping you out here, Mr. Schwartz, and it was really excellent work.
Focused on the no tech piece of it, which is something we need to be prepared to do. She's taken on more responsibilities recently, which is we've expanded the portfolio to include customer service, and she has the audacity to leave behind a county government that's better at communicating with the press and public at any time in the past, and we are grateful for her years of service. And she's going to have many great adventures, though I would like to point out while she's worked, it seems like she's taken some great trips. Just want to mention that. I'm not jealous. And she will be here for the next 6 weeks, but I wanted to make sure I had a chance to acknowledge her in public. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, Diana.
Thank you. You can go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Fassett. You've been.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have other opportunities, but this is the last public one, I guess. So I don't have anything really prepared, only to say that Mark did sum it up really nicely, that the length of time you've been here, there's been an enormous evolution of the communications function. here in the county and a professionalization of that. And I think, Diana, the thing that all of us that know Diana know is that word non-traditional is really true. It's non-traditional, it's creative. If you have a brainstorming session, you need to think through and try to come up with some interesting or crazy or new or different idea to solve a problem. The person in this whole organization you want in that meeting is Diana Sun, because she happens to be able to look at things from a very different vantage point, and things come out of your mouth that are so interesting and creative, and first you hear it and you go, no way, but then you start thinking about it and there's something there, and it really helps motivate people, inspire people, and pull out the creativity in all those people around you to find the best, maybe the unusual or the unanticipated solution to a problem or direction that you might take. And Mark also mentioned your vacations. They reflect that. You have the most interesting vacation life of anyone I know. But you have made a great contribution to Arlington over 13 years, and thank you very much, Diana.
And I just want to say I appreciate your coaching when I came on as chair. I mean, it's been a while since we'd had a new chair, and there's a lot more sort of press and things that, and you sat me down and really worked me through some interesting, very interesting exercises. Maybe I won't go up that they were kind of like no way, but it was really very helpful, and it was enjoyable and helped me a lot getting me started. Thank you so very much. Yeah. Thank you. And I expect we're going to have a good party here at some point.
Yes, we are.